I'll just give some people some time to hop on in here real quick before we get started. Hopefully my words are coming through okay, because if not, I'm not entirely sure how to fix this. So let's just kind of play it by ear. How's it going, guys? You guys able to hear me okay? We're going to get started. Other people can join in if they want. So, this is the closed beta for Pokemon Lazarus. I am missing no VGC. I am a mod for Nemo. Only about 4 of us have access to this game right now. I've so far put in about 100 hours into this game. I've already done 1 full playthrough. I've completed the Pokedex. It's quite large, bigger than the Sea Glass Pokedex. If I'm recalling correctly, it's been a while since I've last played Sea Glass. But this game is more or less complete. There are some graphical glitches that we are working out, and we're still working on adding new music to the game. That's what Nemo's currently working on. So we're going to play as a girl for this run, and I will name myself after my daughter. I'm doing my best to not speed up through a bunch of stuff because I'm not sure how bad the lag is going to be. I'm streaming for the first time through my phone, and earlier it's giving me a lot of issues with my internet, so hopefully this will go somewhat okay. The first glitch we're going to run into is actually right here in the lab. Nico is missing one of his walking animations, and he just kind of vanishes quickly off the screen and reappears. As far as I know, all the music is supposed to be custom music, yes. We have someone who has composed music for other games working on this project with us. His name is Tom, and his work is pretty good. I really like it. We have Rania. She's a pretty neat character. I like her character design. She becomes pretty important later. Right, so he just mentioned a Rotom phone. That is one of the new features of this game. Nemo removed the Pokedex itself and added multiple features to a Rotom phone that you can get into the game, which you'll see once we complete that quest. My first playthrough, I played with Primarina, and Primarina's pretty broken in this game. It just destroyed everything. But I'm going to go with Sprigatito this time, just because I know it sounds like a fun idea. Alright, so then we begin our first quest. And let's take a look at the Sprigatito real quick. I'll take it, that's pretty decent. We get access to mints fairly easy, or pretty early on. I'm going to enter a few cheat codes real quick, though, so that we can make the game just slightly easier for us. The first code we're going to enter is... Oops. 9 rare candy. Which will give us 999 rare candies. The next one will come into play later. The code just show me. This will make it so every Pokemon is visible on your Dex nav, so it'll make hunting a lot easier for you. Another code we will enter will be just catch with an exclamation point. This will make the Pokemon catch rate 100% for everybody. And then, what is another code I was going to enter? There's a few that I had picked out. I wanted to pick up some random mons along the way. The first one isn't going to be random. We're going to enter the code World Champ. And that will give us a Litten. I'm not sure why I have these guys here. That is interesting. Anyway, World Champ gives us a Litten that's adamant. It's going to have perfect IVs and EVs. Intimidate, has safety goggles, and just really broken moves. So that's really cool. Yeah, I'm not sure why these are here. Those weren't there earlier when I was testing those out. So, something to note, I guess, for Nemo. And then, the last code I was going to do was a code called Nemo's Fave, which will generate a random Pokemon from a list of Pokemon that Nemo just really, really likes. I don't know the exact size of the list or what all the Pokemon are that are on it. So, this is just a mystery. So we got an Anorith. Okay. So, we're going to start our adventure now. We head down this way. Where we need to go. Of course it is. Well, I guess I'll just break out the Litten. Just make it a lot easier for us. The game is kind of in development. It's more or less done, aside from a few things. Like we need some music implemented still. The version I'm playing has no custom music as of yet, but Nemo is currently working on that. And then there's a lot of graphical glitches that me and the other mods have been finding throughout playing the game. Like earlier, we just found one in the lab, which is the first place you go. And actually, on this route and several other routes, if you pick up items, other things will happen, like glitching out trainers and stuff that needs to be addressed. I'm just going to switch this line up front. I'm not sure how long I'll be able to stream. I work a night shift, and the goal is to be in bed hopefully by noon, and it's currently almost 10:30 for me. But we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping to at least get through all of the demo content that you guys have already played through, and then show you guys some more newer stuff. If not, I can always stream again, probably either Monday or Tuesday, because I'm working 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. all weekend long, and I'm going to be pretty dead. But I'm hoping to make this a more frequent thing. But we'll see what happens. So let's see if I can recreate that glitch. So if I grab this item, some of the characters will just kind of get all pixely. What happened to you? Huh, didn't work this time. So it seems to be situational. So that's something we gotta look into. But yeah, we're good. Help the delivery man real quick, and then we can actually begin our journey. How's this game compare? I like it a lot. I'm probably biased because I've had access to this game for a little bit now, and I'm like connected to it in a way. But other games I've played this year, Heart and Soul's pretty decent, and I also really enjoyed Odyssey. I can't wait for Odyssey 2. I'm gonna say this is probably gonna be pretty high up there. I mean, the game has Mega Evolutions, so people are automatically gonna love it because of that. But yeah, I think it's a pretty decent game. I think a lot of people really like it. People really vibe with the aesthetic. So, I don't want to like. I think it would be cool if we could get an infinite repel thing into the game. I'm hoping this isn't lagging too terribly much for people, because like I said, my internet's pretty bad. Okay, so something to know about Nemo is like obsessed with Alola. So Nemo implemented the Rotom phone into the game, which is going to replace the map, the Pokedex, and your quest log. So that's all just in the phone now. So that's pretty cool. I'll show you guys that here in a second. Alright, so if you go open your menu, you have a phone section. And through here, you have this little feature. Gives you access to your Pokedex, which is, basic stuff. Your adventure details, this will have your quests. You can check the status condition of your party for like contests and stuff. I personally haven't messed with contests or if those are even in the game. It's just something we didn't remove. I'm not sure what the search feature is. Oh, okay, just more contest stuff. So that's really neat. But then we also have the map, which has a few issues of its own. So like a lot of these will show up with like the names just kind of hidden. It's something else Nemo has to address. But there's a lot that are like that, but the other ones not so much. So we're not sure why it's doing that, but that'll be fixed before release, I'm assuming. And then let's see if he gave us that one item. Alright, so yeah, we have an outfit box now. So another feature in this game is customizable trainer outfits, which you can unlock through completing different quests in the game. Battle Frontier, no. I thought there was going to be, but there is like a tidal defense-like area near the end of the game that it's kind of like a 3-trainer gauntlet, and you can like farm good items like Master Balls and big nuggets and stuff like that. So real quickly, we're gonna enter a cheat code real quick to get a cheat code exclusive item. So if you enter the cheat code, highly unfit. So unlock an outfit for you exclusively through cheat codes. And now we can play as Princess Zelda. And if you play as the boy, you get to play as Link. So I'll go ahead and play that. But then you also have other various outfits here that you'll be able to unlock throughout the game. This one was probably my favorite. But then I also really like the this one's probably a pretty close second as well. We also have this battle armor, that one's pretty neat. But yeah, so. And now we are Princess Zelda. If you tell Nico no and that you don't remember him, you miss out on some free Pokeballs. So just be nice to the guy and you get good stuff. Yeah, I really thought there was going to be a Battle Frontier too. But I suppose not. I personally don't feel like fighting a bunch of stuff and grinding up levels before the gym. I forgot Sprigatito's still poisoned. I'm a little Poliwag a bit, because I think Poliwag could actually be fun to use. Still don't know why it's here, though. Huh. I'm going to leave that. Does Nemo's Fave give you multiple Pokemon now? I think Nemo changed this code and now gives you a Sprigatito, a Poliwag, and a Gothita because of Wolfecon Parish. So that's interesting. I'll have to address that with Nemo whenever I get a chance. Post game is pretty long depending on what you choose to do and not do. I'm still actually messing with the post game on my original save file because the Pokemon Safari Zone was replaced with the zoo. And basically your goal is to donate as many Pokemon as possible to the zoo while getting rewarded along the way. So that's pretty neat. I haven't messed with it too terribly much. I've been focusing on the title defense because there's a secret trainer that Nemo claims is in there. But my team has gone from level like 60 to the like mid 90s, and I have not found this trainer yet. So I'm starting to think Nemo's lying to me. As for the other stuff, I'm not quite sure. I haven't done like a huge deep dive into the post game yet, as I was mostly trying to find all the Pokemon to complete the Pokedex to see how many there were without cheating them in. So yeah. I will say, though, that when you defeat the game, be sure to stay for the entirety of the credits, because there's something very important at the end. I'm not going to say what it is. I'll leave that for everyone else to find out, but you will want to stay for the end of the credits. This is the university students. Okay, yeah, so there are university students on almost every route in town. And by completing the Pokedex and like finding all the Pokemon within like their particular area, they will reward you with various items, TMs, outfits, stuff like that. So there's a lot of incentive to completing the Pokedex. One of the milestones for the Pokedex is once you get 300 Pokemon captured, it unlocks one of the shiny charms. There are 2 shiny charms in this game again, but they're both significantly harder to get than the last time. So catching 300 is the first way, and the other way is, I believe, to plant 100 berries around the region. Nemo greatly improvised the berry mechanic. There's like the X and Y type stuff where there's like different mulch and all that stuff to plant berries, but there's now like berries can like mix and make new berries. So that's pretty neat. I'd say a decent amount of fan input has been added to the game. What things in particular, I can't necessarily say. Because I'm gonna be real, I don't necessarily look at the Lazarus suggestions, except like very occasionally. But I know that Nemo has gone in there and looked over some stuff. But yeah, that's probably more of a question for him, because I honestly don't know, which I'm sorry that I don't have all the answers currently. But yeah, no, the berry system is really neat. One thing that I think is pretty cool, but I don't know if other people are going to be super excited about, is how Nemo changed fishing. Because the fishing mechanic is now basically what it is in Stardew Valley, if anyone's familiar with those games. But fishing's pretty complicated in this game. I'll pull up some documentation that Nemo gave me real quick. And I can kind of break it down because I don't have the rod just yet. Let's see. Give me just a second, I'll find it. Yeah, so first the berry system. Berries and Lazarus work differently than in Generation 3 games. The system resembles X and Y berries with mulch and berry mutations. So for example, if you plant a cherry berry next to a Rost berry, you will get an Oka berry, which will have the damage from fire type attacks. If you plant a Chesto and an Asperry berry next to each other, you'll get a Pacho berry, which has water damage. So a lot of really neat stuff like that. There's 4 levels of rewards for planting berries. The first one you get it after 20 plants. You'll get a special Pokemon with exclusive moves at 50 berries. If you plant 100 berry trees, you get a shiny charm and 10 bags of Amaze Mulch. And if you get 200 berries, you get a gold star added to your trainer card, as well as decorations. So that's really cool. As for the fishing, fishing in Pokemon Lazarus resembles the minigame in Stardew Valley with a moving bar and a chance to fish up treasure. Each rod type has increased bar size and unique encounter pool. So with him changing how the fishing works, he also implemented abilities that will benefit fishing as well. For example, if a Porygon will have an ability that will drastically increase the speed of fishing. If you have the ability Sticky Hold or Suction Cups on a Pokemon, it will slow the movement of the fishing Pokemon. If you have Illuminate, it will increase the odds of treasure spawning while you fish. And if you have a Pokemon with Sturdy, Solid Rock, or Rock Head, it will reduce the amount of bounds of the bobber for the Pokemon that you're fishing up. So there's a lot of really neat things that Nemo changed about this, and it's kind of crazy. But that's definitely a feature I can see people not being a fan of, because I remember playing Stardew Valley personally and hating it. But overall, it's pretty fun in this game. I don't know if I can get mints now or if that's after I get the gym badge. Okay, so after you get the gym badge, that's when you can get the mints and the pails and all that stuff. We'll go ahead and grab these berries now so we can do stuff with them later. Over here is the wishing well, but I didn't enter the code to get the wishing pieces, so I'm going to ignore that for now. We'll just head into the gym. So like I said, I want to get to at least some new content before I have to go. The gems in the game aren't type specific. So the first gym leader is based on agriculture. Um, so they will be using a team of bug and grass type Pokemon specifically. One of the neat things about Lazarus is that all the trainers that are important, like the gym leaders, have like rotating teams. So there's a chance that I could fight the gym leader in a few minutes, and you guys will have a completely different team you have to go up against, and the game just randomly chooses which one's going to fight against you. There was when I was playing the demo, I lost to the third gym leader. I'm like, okay, I'll switch this Pokemon around and do something else. And then when the fight started, they had a completely different team, and I got swept again. So, yeah, that's something fun to look forward to, is losing a lot. Overall, though, the balance of this game I feel is really good. Granted, I'm using the Rare Candy cheat currently, but my first playthrough of this, I think I used the cheat up until like the third gym just to kind of get where I was in the demo. And then after that, I didn't use the cheat. I didn't use any more candies, and the game was just like curved perfectly where I didn't feel over leveled. Granted, there is a soft level lock on the game if you play in regular mode, and if you play on hard difficulty, which you can adjust in the menus, you can lock yourself into, a hard lock, and the hardest person I believe will be like 5 levels higher than you by the end of the game. If I'm explaining that right, and I'm kind of rambling. Um, but yeah, the difficulty curve of this game is really good. I didn't really experience anything that felt like Brawly and Seaglass, where you get like a bulk up or two against you with that Heracross and he just sweeps you. So definitely a lot more balanced. I do need to play a hard playthrough of this to see if maybe there's any issues that need addressing with that difficulty curve, but that'll probably be my third playthrough. Honestly, the house around this Litten is you could probably just sweep the entire game with just this, like, Litten once it turns into an Incineroar. It's pretty good. There isn't a lot of weather throughout the game, so I'll probably get rid of Weather Ball for at least Bubble for now, just to have some sort of stab. But I'm really liking the other three moves. Yeah, I like the cheat codes, but I understand why people don't like using them. I mean, each their own. I usually don't access them until like the post game normally, but because I'm trying to get ahead before I have to go to bed for you guys and show you some new stuff, I'm going to use them just a little bit. But I do think it's cool that Nemo has implemented so many. Alright, so now we should be able to access mints. I want to say they're fairly cheap, like maybe like $100 a mint, so it's not going to like break the bank for you guys. Personally, I haven't messed with the mulch. Oh, is it 300? Okay. I actually didn't buy any mints throughout the journey, so didn't remember. Yep. Trey is right. Yes, you can purchase ability capsules. I believe that is around the time of the 4th gym, if I remember correctly. Trey in the chat also has access to the beta. So, he might also be able to answer some questions that I might miss. Not to give Trey a job or anything, you know. Real quickly. I don't feel like walking back first. I will just go fly back here real quick. Oh, speaking of ability capsule, there's one right there for free just by getting the first badge. And then, I can't remember, I think he might give you something if you get a badge. Nope, I am wrong. Before we go on, he says to go west, but I will choose to not go west. I'm going to go east instead, because there's a spot up here that a lot of people missed. Even though I made a video about it. You know what? I don't think I should have flown. I should not have flown because I missed getting the cut HM. Honestly, I think I just kind of screwed myself, so we'll come back to that later once I get cut again. So far, we just got the first badge, and we potentially screwed ourselves out of getting the cut HM because I accessed the dev menu to fly somewhere because I was too lazy to walk. So I'll have to resolve that later, probably by cheating and cut. So that should be fun. Oh yeah, the game doesn't like you walking on flowers either. So if there's a flower tile, you probably can't walk on it. Shiny odds without the charm, that I'm not entirely sure. I haven't looked to see if that was in Nemo's documentation that we were given. We need to go west. And I need cut. Okay, so we're going to have to cheat here because I messed up everything. Let's go to... Let's give some apple on level 1. All this doesn't matter. Okay. So I'm not sure what I actually did. Unfortunately, the walk through walls isn't a code we can enter, and there's not a code that he entered for it to just like do that. So let me check something real quick. Yeah, because Ronnie is supposed to give you cut in this town. But because I did something stupid, it's now not triggering. Let's see. I think she stopped like around here. I might have to play up to that point again and stream again. Because now we can't progress, which kind of sucks. So that was my bad. could try. Okay, so maybe it'll work now that I have cut. If not, I might actually have to end the stream prematurely so I can fix everything that I messed up. Hey, we saved the stream. Cool. Okay, let's go. My bad. Now, I know there was a trainer here that had a Minior that it was like the bane of our existence during testing because you couldn't kill it in a single hit because of its ability. And it had acrobatics, which any move that made the Pokemon disappear from the screen just made the game freeze entirely. And then the game just locked itself, and that wasn't fun. And that happened with various opponents, including some boss fights. So it took a lot to get around that particular character. We will get rid of this Applin as well, because we do not need this on the team. So there's some pretty decent up here. I want to say there's an early dragon you can get up here, but I can't remember which one it was. I believe this is the Minior guy. I'm hoping to just skip him because I don't like him. You know, I don't think Nemo did. I know that the pinball game is still in here. But I didn't play any of it because I was more focused on trying to get through the story. But pinball for sure is in here. I do want to say that Nemo might have reached out to Chris Pichet about either expanding the arcade or adding some other stuff, but I can't verify whether or not that has actually happened or not. But I did tell Nemo that Chris would be a good person to reach out to for stuff like that. Oh, safety glasses, let's go. Nah. Ceruledge was goated during my playthrough of the first time. Ceruledge just swept through everything. Highly recommend getting a Ceruledge if you guys want one. Hey Trey, do you remember the level cap of the second gym leader by any chance? I feel like it was 18 or 20. Seventeen or 18? Okay, cool. In fact, I should be planting stuff so I can get those achievements. Yeah, I do believe the next gym leader is industrial themed. Um, I did have notes pulled up somewhere. but I am greatly unprepared for this thing I've been wanting to do for weeks now. Yeah, it is a rock and steel gem coming out. So we'll be pretty fine with what we got. I personally don't know about bringing some of that stuff back. Um, I'm pretty sure Nemo's just pretty done with Sea Glass, but there's always a possibility that Nemo might go back and upgrade some more stuff later on. Um, I know that people have been asking for it, so there's definitely the demand for it. No, I don't know why I'm using a grass move on a fairy type. I should know better. I play VGC. Not that any of these moves are going to do anything against ticketing. Seed Bomb is a wild move to get this early. But I'll take it. You know, I meant to switch. That was my bad. I think it would be cool if we could implement the thing to like once your HP is low, it beeps like 3 times and then just stops. Because there's one noise that irritates me to no end, and it's that one. And we've been having to listen to it for 25 years at least. So the games that remove that noise, I love them for it. Oh, it's bad. Oh, you know, one thing I forgot to show you guys is actually if you go to the outfit box and you decide you don't want to play as a boy or a girl anymore, you can just swap the genders. By pressing select. Granted, you can't change your name, but that is an option if you decide to play as a different gender. But I will stick with that. So just something that Nima didn't need to add, but did because he could. So that's pretty cool. I want to say, I think it's you, maybe? No. Let me pull up something real fast. I believe we're in the right town. Yeah. Somewhere here is a fishing guru. And I will be able to show you guys that fishing mechanic I was telling you guys about. Oh, hey, another ability capsule. There he is. Alright, so the fish mechanic in this game, like I said, was taken from Stardew Valley. Let's see if I can do this. I only fished a couple of times, and I struggled with it. Alright, so I'm going to keep the green lined up with the question mark. That's the Pokemon. This one's probably going to be a Magikarp, so it's super easy to catch. And then once the top green bar goes away, that means that you've successfully caught it. And then the fight will start. Yep, Magikarp. So, if the Pokemon crosses over that little bag that was up in the screen, that will also give you the Pokemon and you find treasure in the process. So, something neat that you can just kind of mess with. There's a lot of treasure hunting in this game. The mining mini game from Diamond and Pearl is in here as well. So, oh, this one's escaping. Yep, I didn't get that one. I don't want Magikarp. But yeah, so you guys kind of get it. It's definitely a lot more complicated way of catching Pokemon with fishing in this game, but I know there'll be some people that really like it because Stardew Valley is amazing, and others that are probably going to be pretty mixed on it and not want to do it at all, which also is understandable. Oh, I forgot about the Minior dude. Then I think the next gym we're heading to is Ghost and Psychic types, which we should be fine on that front as well. There's our Rock Smash team to keep progressing. And now we have access to our Dex Nav as well. And then, does Rania have anything for me? Yes, we get 2 wishing stars from Rania, so we can hit up the wishing well on our way to the next place, because we go back through Just Mail Town. And then... I don't remember if I activated that one cheat. I did, okay, so now we have access to everything here. So if I wanted to find a Grimer... Well, something that's not in the overworld. So I wanted a Sandshrew. I hold A, you can creep up. You know, just find the Pokemon that you're looking for. Easy as that. So... I know there's a lot of confusion when we released Sea Glass about how to actually creep. So I'm glad that he mentioned it in the game this time. So now, you know what? Let's enter one more cheat real quick. What was the cheat? Give me nugs. Alright, so real quickly we're going to deposit something. I honestly don't see me really using this Anorith. But let's see what 2 Pokemon we get with our star pieces we just got. Okay, we get a Lapras. And a Torkoal. Alright, I'm not gonna complain about those. Timid, okay. And modest, yeah, alright. Cool. Alright, so there's some pretty good stuff in this area. Next is the Wooper, Pichu, Chikorita's in here with the fairy typing. You get access to Heracross pretty early game. So, that's some pretty good stuff. I want to say at night, Impidimp is found in here. I could be wrong. Oh, yeah, Lapras. And then up here, we're going to have our first admin fight. And you have a question. You have to decide which character you're going to pick, who's shouting. And I believe if it was... I could get this wrong. If you say it's Rania, you're given an egg with a guaranteed shiny that's either water, grass, or fire. Yeah, because here they are. Let me find the exact thing. Hey, I finally found it. Okay, so I had to dig pretty deep into some DMs with Nemo from back in like March. So uh, in this upcoming fight, you are going to go up against an admin, and if you pick Nico as your choice, you're given an egg with a guaranteed shiny that it's either going to be electric, steel, or dark. And if you pick Rania as the person that you select, you're given a guaranteed shiny egg that is fire, grass, or water. I typically pick Nico because he has some pretty neat things he can grab. The first time I got a shiny Hisuian Voltorb, and the other time I got a shiny Honedge that was adamant, so that was pretty cool. So yeah, there's really no wrong answer. It's just what your preference is. And my team is feeling pretty solid right now. Now that I also have a Lapras, I'm pretty good on those. So I'm probably going to pick Nico again. Like I said, all the music will be completely custom, so at some point these guys will have their own evil theme as well, and I'm hoping it's going to be cool because I haven't heard any of the tracks aside from what Tom, the guy who made the tracks, put up on YouTube. So it'll be a surprise for everyone when that happens. And so here's that selection. Like I said, I always pick Nico personally. Alright, so I'm going to save here real quick just in case I mess up the game. Because I want to say that doesn't matter. It's not my party right now. We'll deal with it later. I want to say there is a thing that I can, hatch an egg. So we can just immediately hatch that for the sake of the video and see what we get. So there's a trainer in here you have to be careful of, because if you step in front of them in the wrong spot, they actually block you from leaving at the exit, and they're literally at the other. Sorry, I'm having a stroke. They're at the exit to the next town. But if you step in the wrong spot, they'll block you from proceeding, and you have to walk all the way back through these woods and all the way back again just to go through. And that sucks. But I will point out that character when we get there, because I want to say they're an unavoidable character. Well, that's definitely fair. The art style isn't for everybody, which I totally get. Um, Honestly, Gen 2 isn't necessarily my favorite thing to look at either, but uh, what some people can notice is pretty neat. I could be biased because Yellow was my first Pokemon game, but I personally think that Yellow had the best sprites and they like to look the most detailed of anything, and anything after Yellow was kind of gross. Uh, Not necessarily a Gen 1er, but I really appreciate Yellow's sprites for sure. I felt Gold and Silver sprites were kind of a step back. This Lapras is not doing much. Hmm. For the sake of time, we'll just fill the party up with that. I didn't realize I was right there. Never mind. That was pointless. So let's see what that egg was, because I'm pretty curious. I don't see me using the Gothita anytime soon, and frankly, I don't need the Torkoal. But I will take this egg. And then, just in case I mess up like earlier, we'll save. And open debug mode. Hatch an egg. You're a liar, but okay. I guess we're not hatching that egg right now. I believe you give me a quest. Then you give me a TM. As you go through here. This part is actually supposed to be dark, but there was a glitch during the demo where Nemo removed the whole like dark circle around everything so you could easily see it, because with the lightning flashing and the dark circle, it somehow messed with the game, would make it freeze a lot. I brought it to Nemo's attention that we need the dark thing put back in here because these guys reference it being dark and how you shouldn't be able to find them. But it makes no sense currently the way it is. And then this area was where Poplio and its line were like really good because it's raining here during a boss fight, so you're just getting all the rain boosts. If you're in here with a fire type, you're gonna be slightly nerfed, which kind of sucks because that should have easily killed that Shroomish, but whatever. Not sure which kind of Sneasel this is. Okay, cool. I'll probably stream until I beat the next gym. And then I'll have to go because I do have to go to work and get some sleep before then because 12-hour shifts suck. Which honestly kind of sucks. I was planning on getting at least to the 4th gym before I had to shut off everything so I at least get to see some new content. But before I started, I realized that not only did my daughter hide my mouse, she also removed the battery and then hid all the batteries in the house. And that was like half an hour of me trying to find a battery to pillage somewhere because everything in the house takes AAAs for some reason. So, yeah, the stream started like half an hour later than it was supposed to. So that was my bad. But I'm hoping to stream hopefully Monday, at the very least Tuesday. Yeah, update is coming soon. We are currently in the middle of testing the final build right now. I say final build, there's still things being added, stuff that Nemo hasn't told us. The music still has to be implemented and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it should be out soon. We don't have an exact time because we want to be as thorough and as good as possible because Seaglass released with a lot of issues that we didn't catch, and then when we released the demo for this one originally, there was a lot of issues that we didn't catch at the last minute. So we don't want to repeat of that again. You know, it might be a good idea to swap out. Good lord. I forgot there was another thing. Yeah, this line-in caused a lot of problems during the demo in March before we released it because it had a move that would make it vanish like the Minior did, and then it would just freeze. And finding a way to knock this out in one hit was like really hard to do. So I had to get lucky, confuse it, have it hit itself with confusion a bunch of times, then kill it with a rain boosted water move. And that took a lot to get all working properly. Yeah, I think we've hit the level cap with Torracat so far, because it's becoming a lot harder for it to gain experience. I guess technically we can get rid of Protect. There's not that many double battles in this game. Sir, you are blocking the way. I don't know if there was a name raider in the demo that came out in March. But for those interested, excuse you, the name raider is actually in this house right here. However, currently, his name is super glitched, so Nemo has to address that as well. So I know a lot of people are upset that they couldn't re-nickname their Pokemon, but this is where you go for nicknames now. Then the gym leader is up here, I believe. Yes. Dude, come on. One thing I didn't point out, that I don't know if people have noticed or not, but the gym leaders from the beta are completely different from what they were now. So the first two gym leaders have been replaced, and their kind of lore was changed slightly, I think. But yeah, entirely new gym leaders from what were in the first game. So I hope you weren't too attached to those guys. And this is the, I believe, Psychic and Dark Gym Leader, I believe is what it was. Sorry, Ghost and Psychic. Right, forgot about you. I'm gonna cheat again real quick. You are a liar. You tricked me. I forgot that there's still a ghost. Yeah, no, this gift Torracat's like kind of broken. Also, Calm Mind as the third gym is also wild. So, also, real quickly, if you look, we still don't have custom gym badges yet. Nemo is in the process of working on that. I brought it to Nemo's attention when I was playing, and quickly realized that that was something that Nemo forgot to do. So, we will at least finish the demo part of the game. so the next time I stream, I'll be able to just pick up somewhere that's actually new. I feel pretty bad that I wasn't able to show like much new stuff aside from a few graphical things and like outfits and the Pokedex and stuff. But the next part is immediately an ice puzzle that I've only done one time. So I can have a little bit of time to practice that before I make myself look like an ass later on. So I'm gonna talk to this guy. And he will trigger the event to fight the next admin. That's gonna suck. Never mind, it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, so that was the end of where the first beta for March ended off. Which would be a good stopping point now since I really need to go to bed. But I will try and stream again, like I said, either Monday or Tuesday when I'm, actually able to. And again, sorry I couldn't show more, good new stuff. But it is what it is. But I will definitely be streaming again at some point. Hopefully, some more of you guys will show up. And a lot of you guys will return because there's a lot coming up soon that is pretty neat. After an ice puzzle, which I'm terrible at. But yeah, thanks for hopping in. I hope you guys are looking forward to Pokemon Lazarus. And we're definitely looking forward to releasing it because it's really, really good. Anyway, thank you, and I will catch you guys later.